Good
All right.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Women's Coffee Club. We created this club to provide a safe space for women to share and inspire each other and to learn from a different presenter each week. So thank you so much, Antje. And Antje Swart, is that how you say it? Is going to be our presenter this morning. She'll be talking about money consciousness, which is an important topic for all of us. So with that, Angie, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about your background and why you decided to choose this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Rini. And thank you for everybody coming here to listen and have a discussion here today, and those that watch the recording. Those that don't know me very well yet, I am Antje Swart, and I've got a German passport, a South African heart, and I'm currently living in Sweden. So I grew up in Germany, and at the age of 25, I moved to South Africa, lived in and around Southern Africa, and then came to Sweden. So when I'm here in Sweden, I say I took the long way around, because there's a much shorter way from Germany to Sweden than via South Africa, and 25 years later. But it's all good. I love it. I think the world is a beautiful place, and I love living in different countries. This is my fifth country that I live in, and it's all good for me. Now, from my background, I'm a coach, I'm a hypnotherapist, and I'm a business builder. And how I got to that is by always questioning the power of the mind. What is behind the mind? When I was a teenager, some or other Russian scientists came up and said we're only using 97%, we're only using 3% of our brain. And I thought, me and my parents, we're pretty smart. What awesomeness would it be, and how smart would we be if we would use more than 3%, maybe 90% or 90 or 100% of our brain? So I was always questioning consciousness, which led me to a lot of healing modalities, spirituality, hypnotherapy. And also then I figured out a couple of years back more and more that there's too many people which are beautiful, spiritual, and they're all broke. Okay. So what is this about money, right? So, and there's too many rich people, wealthy people that are burnout and not happy. So I brought it together, the misconceptions, the limiting beliefs in the subconscious mind, and combine that really practically with success habits. Because it's not only that you're just doing, or that you're just believing. It's the combination of both that creates the lifestyle. We're living in a dualistic world, even though we might be soul beings, depending where your belief system is. But we're here on this earth, this is duality. So it's yin and yang, it's feminine, it's masculine, it's day, it's night, it's doing and believing. And so this all needs to be combined. One of my favorite topics is money consciousness, because money makes the world go around, kind of thing. Okay. Now, let's look at this. And a lot of people have misconceptions, and my aim is to really wake you up, make you think, so that you then can make the adjustments. Because I believe truly from the bottom of my heart that wealth and well-being is our birthright. And if our bank account doesn't resemble your brilliance, your beauty, your awesomeness that you are as a being, there's a misalignment. All right. So I'm on the quest, and I'm on the mission, to get as many people as possible aligned in that. So let's talk about misconceptions of money, and where do they come from? First of all, they come from our childhood. Okay. So we can blame it on the parents. Why can we blame it on the parents? Because up to the age from about 5 to 7, a child does not have a conscious mind. Everything and anything you say to a child repeatedly over and over gets programmed into their subconscious mind. And why is that so important? It is so important because the subconscious mind runs 95% of your daily life. So you want to go in there, you want to make your subconscious mind your best friend, and you want to clean up. All right. You want to throw out what no longer serves you. So I'm just going to talk, and we're going to have a discussion. It will be interactive as well, because I want you to go on a journey, right? To go on a journey deep within yourself. And this is a safe place. If you are driving, or if you're operating machinery, if you're on the road, don't dip too deep. right? Okay, keep your eyes firmly on the road. All right, good. So now, some of the common misconceptions about money is that there's not enough. As simple as that. There's not enough, which is absolute rubbish. There is absolutely no shortage of money in this world. Okay. I've seen what happened to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe went downhill 20 years ago, really, really badly. And what did the government do? It printed more money and more money and more money and more money. Okay. I still have a 500 million Zimbabwe dollar banknote. We had it on our fridge, and the people would pay 50 million or billions for a loaf of bread. Okay. But there wasn't a shortage of money. Okay. It wasn't worth anything, but there wasn't a shortage of money. So there's always enough money. And with a cryptocurrency, anybody can create a token and charge for it. There's not a shortage of money. Okay. So that's the first thing that I want you to just really look at it. I said, yes, there's money everywhere. It might not be in your bank account, but that's a different topic. All right. We're taking it step by step by step. There is abundance of money around in the world. Okay. And if there isn't, it either gets created as a crypto or gets printed from government. The governments every single day print money. Okay. All right. Now, money doesn't grow on trees. Misconception, because what we have these days is a piece of paper with some funny pictures. And where does paper come from? Trees. All right. So in my world, money does grow on trees. Okay. Which also means it is part of nature. Okay, it is part of life expressing itself. Another big misconception, this is not for people like us. Depending what social background you come from, you might have generations of limiting belief systems. Okay, we've been workers, Sandra knows that. Okay, all right. It's not your fault if your parents were small thinkers. Okay, but when you're an adult here right now,
I'm a whole bunch of generations in myself. Sorry.
There's no sorry. We all have them, and it's beautiful to have them. Those imprints. It's just when it doesn't serve you, you have the right, and you have the capability of changing your belief systems. Okay, all right. So another one: rich people have to be greedy in order to get to the top. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. And here's the thing: what feelings do you have when you see a documentary about Monaco, about all the rich and famous on their yachts, on their super yachts, what feeling do you have when you walk down the street and somebody really in a posh Lamborghini open with gold rings like here, necklace, all of this? What feelings do you have within yourself when you see that wealth? Is it envy? Is it jealousy? Right? And that comes from your subconscious, deep-seated belief systems about wealth and money. And that's very important, because the first thing that you want to do when you want to change your money consciousness and level up, right, is when you see somebody ridiculously wealthy, okay, you want to look at them with either neutral or even better, a joyful emotion. Something like, wow, this is so awesome how they created that. Okay. Something to wish them well. To wish them well. You want to have a positive emotion and not, oh, I wish I could do that, but I can't. It's all about the feeling. Why is it so important about the feeling? Because the feeling comes from your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is your most powerful thing that you have. And the feeling comes from the heart. And your heart is a super, super, super electromagnetic machine. And that is where your law of attraction comes and gets kicked off with your emotions and feelings about a certain topic. Because let's face it, the law of attraction is ruthless. It always delivers according to your predominant vibration and feeling. Okay? So I'm gonna go, if we've got enough time, I'm gonna go later into affirmations. All right, but here just one short little thing. Do not make affirmations, I'm so happy and grateful now that I've got $1 million, if you don't feel it. Okay, because if you affirm that and you're not feeling it, you will get less and less and less money, because the law of attraction is not interested in words, it's interested in the feelings that come from your heart. Okay, so what feelings do you have when you think about incredible wealth, 1 million, 10 million, billions, and when you see people? It gives you an indicator where you are in your money consciousness. Okay, now here's the interesting thing. Childhood, back to the childhood. Who here got an allowance? Okay, I can only see three of you, but you got allowance. Okay, Rini, did you get allowance? Okay, all right. You get. Did you have to work for it?
No.
Yes. Okay. Did you? Who needed to work for the allowance?
Oh, I had to work for it.
Okay. All right. Those. I'm sorry to say that. Those who had to work for the allowance as a child, you've got a limiting block deep in your subconscious, because you're only worthy of money when you do something. All right. You don't do anything, you don't deserve anything. You're not getting anything. Okay. So work on this. Work on this. Those who didn't have to work for it, you've got a little bit of a different there, because you were just able to receive and you knew as a child you're worth it. Okay, you're worth it to get the money. That's okay. You don't have to, just be for you being you. Okay, you're worth it. So that's an interesting thing to think about. Now, this feeling worthy, okay, is a very important thing that is directly linked to the amount of money that you have or not have. Because money is very, very much linked to receiving. Okay, it can only come into your life when you are ready to give and to receive. And it's not about only receiving money, it goes way, way deeper. Who here can receive a compliment without saying, it's nothing? You know, a little bit, you know, if you get a compliment about a top, you know, I said, I love the top that you're wearing. How do you receive it? Do you go, I was nothing, I bought it as a sale, it's an old one, you know? Or do you just go and say, basket, thank you. I know, I love your hair. Oh, don't worry, yeah, no, I just washed it, it is nothing. Okay, it's these little things, you know, when you have guests, okay, and the guests are, let me help you clean the table. How many here say, please go ahead, and while you cleaning up my kitchen, do the bathroom as well? Or do you say, no, just don't worry about it, leave it for me, you know, I'll do it? And then you go and you say, oh, these dishes. Yeah. So receiving money, you know, just forget about the money, just see how you receive. How good of a receiver are you? When somebody gives you a compliment, do you brush it off? If somebody, here's a big one. Okay, and I personally, I had to learn this. I really had to learn this. Okay, if somebody gives you a present for Christmas, for example, and you don't have one in return for them, do you feel good? Do you feel bad? Can you receive just a present just for that? Just for the sake of having on Christmas or any other time? You know, I had to learn that. I had to learn to receive presents. Okay. So forget about the money, just open yourself up to receive, you know, really to receive. How many times somebody wants to do us a favor, you know, carry the bags, groceries or suitcase. No, it's okay, I've got it. No, you want to do that? Yes. Okay. All right. So this is a crucial point in money consciousness. How well are you in receiving? Okay. And it's very, very often overlooked. You're not good in receiving, Sandra. Work on it. Work on it. And I'm extremely practical. So next time somebody does something nice for you, says something nice to you, consciously zip it and count slowly to a 10 before you react. Because that way, yes, you're better now than you used to be. Yeah, me too. You know, I was all super independent, super. Nobody could do anything for me. Okay.
I've learned to say thank you. I mean, the zipping of the lip now is to say thank you. Now I
Yes.
still have to work around some more of the deeper feelings, because you're banging this right on. No, it's beautiful. And I'll be listening to this a few times, but you're banging it straight on. So that's what I learned to say thank you, because I get a lot of comments on my hair, and mostly, oh, love your hair. And thank you, it's my fun, you know.
And I encourage you to really sit and receive it. You know, really receive it. Not saying anything. Thank you, yes, of course, because that's polite, but no justification. It's my fun. I do it myself. I love it. You know, but no justification. Just a moment of silence where you literally allow that kindness that comes towards you just to go in. Okay, because you are worth it. Whatever goodness comes your way, you are worth it. There's no justification needed. There's no explanation needed. Just receive it. Okay, and sit in it and just take it, because that person says it from the heart. So open your heart and allow it to go into your heart. Okay, right? That's a big one. That's a really, really big one. Okay, it gives me goosebumps here now. So energy is beautiful. All right. Okay, money is about receiving. Money is also about giving. Okay, how do you feel when you give? Now, sometimes we want to throw money at the problem to make it go away, and that's okay. All right. Okay, just pay that person to go, you know, just pay the plumber whatever he wants just to make it go away. Okay, so that's good. But do you give gifts, you know, because you want to be liked, you know? Do you have a thing? Oh my gosh, you know, this person gave me a gift last year to my birthday, which was valued about $100 or $50. Now I need to find something that's also about $50, $100. You know, is it like this? You know, do you give money? How does it, or do you give? How does it make you feel to give? Okay, and obviously it's not the same for every time we give, but there will be a pattern. Okay, do you give with expectations? Right? Not anymore. Yeah, it's a lot of work. You know, sometimes we do expect. How do you feel when you don't even get a thank you for something? It's like, you know. But ideally, you want to give without expectations for absolutely anything and everything. Okay. And it's a big one. And also giving, sometimes we want to give to make us feel better. Okay. Now, there's a way. There is no clear cut there, because you can give to make you feel better. You know, when it comes to the heart, when you're stuck in a dark place, one of the best ways of coming out of a dark, sad place is to do something nice for somebody else. Okay. And there's always a payoff. Or you want to give, make a gift or make a service because you're looking for acceptance, because you're not happy within yourself. You get what I mean? You know, it's difficult with words, but I think we've all kind of been in there. You know, I'll do something nice for you, so please accept me, right? You know, when you keep on pleasing and pleasing people, and it's just never good enough for them, and you keep on trying harder and harder and harder, that is not to please that other person. That is for you to feel accepted.
Exhausting as well. Absolutely exhausting.
Exactly.
I've tried it really hard.
You know, exactly, because if somebody doesn't like what you're giving, it's their issue, you know. Right? So there's a very fine line, and it is from opportunity of giving to opportunity different. Okay, and it's a fine line. But I think in this group here, we've done a lot in personal development, and I think you will know the difference. Okay, so this is about giving in general, and now giving about money. All right, giving about money, do you spend money or do you circulate money? When the money has left your bank account or your purse or whatever, do you feel it's gone? Or do you feel it's coming back to you? Circulating. Okay, do you just do this in your head or do you really feel it? Because here again, right, we are super good in self-development and super good with all of these things. But if it stays in the head, all right, it's got to come with the feeling and the knowing. And I don't always. Yeah, I don't always. I sometimes feel, oh, it's gone, right? Okay, done. Which is also okay because you're not expecting anything back. But if you really move more and more to abundance consciousness, money-wise, you will know that, okay, you spent it now, you circulate it now, and one of these days it'll come back. And it makes your spending so much calmer. It makes you more of a risk taker because you are okay. You are more of a risk taker because you know in here deep down that it will come back to you. It might not be that opportunity that pays you back, right? But somewhere along the line during the next 100 years of your lifetime, it will come back to you. Are you with me? Are you following me on this one?
Is it based on like what you give it for or you spend it on? Like, is it like, in other words, if you pay your bills, you don't expect it to come back, or is it depending on what you use the money for?
It's general. It is general. If you spend it on an electricity bill, okay, you pay your bill and you know that you will the money will come in one or other way so that you have again money to spend it. So it's not that you get the money back.
There's also a gratitude that we have the electricity coming in. Yeah. So that is part of the energy that goes around. So yes. Thank you when the money comes in. Thank you when I pay the bill, because I know the energy is coming back. Yeah. How many people have their energy, their electrical cut off or get evicted, because they're not looking after what makes the world go around.
Yeah, exactly. When you are employed, you have that attitude because you pay your bills and you know that it will come back from a different source because you're employed. When you're self-employed, that's a different story. Yes, same here, totally 100% self-employed. That's a different story. So there you have the opportunity to dig a little bit deeper, and then you dig into your self-worth and that you're worthy to receive it, and in your trust and in your faith that the universe will provide. Because like I said at the beginning, the law of attraction is absolutely ruthless. You ask and it is given. Okay, finished. That's it. Okay, it is given. So be very careful what you ask for because it might come true. All right.
And I think that's why, Angie, a lot of people, is afraid to be self-employed because you don't have that steady income, to pay the bills. If you work 9 to 5, then you get a paycheck every month.
Exactly.
It's really hard to program yourself to get out, to take the risk to do that. I mean, many of you are self-employed here. So I know for me, that was like, I have kids to feed. I need the social, I need the health insurance. I need this, I need that. And, for sure, I wanted to have that stability.
Yeah. And what you do, you're giving your power away into the trust of the company or the CEO or the other people. And when you're self-employed, it's me, myself, and I that I need to trust, right? So it's the Holy Trinity, me, myself, and I, that I have to trust, and we're going to make it work. And when me, myself, and I, body, mind, and spirit, when they're all good friends, then life is peachy. And we're not. We have a bit of an issue, but then we come to a coffee club and listen to some inspirational books and that kind of thing, and then all is good. All right, so this is the feeling about spending, and do you know that the money will come back even when you're self-employed? Yeah, and it's sometimes yes, sometimes no. Okay, But these are the things to look out for before you make a purchase for whatever it is. You know, how do you feel paying for something? And if it doesn't feel right, don't buy it. Okay. You know, fact is that retail therapy truly works. Okay, so going shopping and buying stuff makes us happy. It's scientifically proven. I mean, we as women, we know that. Okay, but then the question is, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of your purchase? Okay, I mean, of course, we have never enough shoes and tops and handbags and that kind of thing. But no, seriously, what is the purpose of your purchase? And this is where it comes again deeper, way deeper than a pair of shoes or a handbag or a house or a car that you buy. All right, because it is the money is life force. Okay, it is nothing outside of you that you don't have or need to get. It is the same life force manifested in all different pieces of paper with some funny pictures on, or pieces of metal with some funny pictures on, or computer numbers in the crypto world. Okay. And what do we call all these different monies? We call it a currency. Why is it a currency? Because it's got to flow. It's an energy flow. When you get money in, you've got to get it out, right? It's a currency, different currency. So it's the same life force that manifests as a computer screen, a tree, hair, a mouse, a phone. It's the same life substance, you know? So it needs to flow. So you are made from the same life substance. Your car is made from the same life substance. The pair of shoes that you want is for the same life substance. You know, it's all manifested in its endless, abundant creativity. Okay. So now when you have a currency and when you are in flow, it becomes so much easier to actually have that law of attraction and part of the creation process. Because money is a universal global idea that we all, okay, Sandra, yeah, so sorry to see you go. So money is a global, what did I say? Just global universal idea that we all agreed upon. Okay. I give you dollars, you give me this. You know, I give you dollars, you give me euros. Okay, and with the euros, with the dollars, with the yen, with the krona here in Sweden, you can buy stuff. It's a universal global exchange idea that we agreed upon. You know, you can change your crypto into currency. You can change crypto into other crypto. It is beautiful. You know, it's an agreement. It's an idea. And that idea got created at some point in our society, and we all agree upon. But it's coming from the creation. It's a manifestation of life form, which means it's nothing outside of you that you need to get or don't have. Okay, just stick with us, because the conscious mind might say, but why is it not in my bank account? Why is it not in your bank account? Because you're not allowing it. Because you believe you're not worth it. You believe it's not for you. You're not open to receive. Okay? Or you're blocking the flow by not wanting to give anything. Have you ever noticed that when you spend money, very shortly afterwards, money comes in? Because it's got to flow. It's got to flow. Every investor, every banker tells you, you know, don't just sit on the money. Let the money work for you. You know, invest it. We know that. Do we do that? And it doesn't have to be millions. It can be small little things. This is why giving it to charity is so important, even if it's just $20 a month, right? Because you're giving it away. You're letting it flow. Okay, so now, why is it not in my bank account? Okay, here's the thing. How do we get paid? We get paid in exact proportion to the value that we offer. Right? You know this from employment. You've got a high qualification, you're very specialized, you get more money than the dishwasher in the restaurant. Now, the question is the high manager bringing more value than the guy that cleans the plates in the restaurant? That's a different topic for a different conversation, okay? But you get paid in the proportion to the value that you offer for people. Okay, again, we're coming back with a value, we're coming back to the heart. What are your values? What are you passionate about? If you do a job that you hate, you will never get to the top. If you manage against all odds to get to the top in a job that you hate, you will either lose your health or you will lose your fortune. Why? Because it's not in alignment with who you are, your heart, your soul, your values, the core of your being. If you absolutely love what you're doing, it will grow naturally. And then you're not lucky. No, you're in alignment. You know? One of the best examples here is not with money, but is how quickly this coffee club has grown. Because Rini was in alignment. She just wanted to do it from her heart, you know, from the bottom of your heart, from the masterminds at Noble Goldman and everything. You want to do boom, 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 boom. It grows because it's in alignment. And the same with businesses. This is why investors, they're in alignment with money. And it doesn't matter whether they invest into property or gold or metals or businesses, they invest into all different portfolio. And why does every single portfolio of them grow? Because they're in alignment with money. They want to let it flow and they want to have it created and they want to have it grow. Okay, with me with so far, yes? Does it make sense? Okay, so know your values, know what you're passionate about. A banker, investor, you know, a successful investor is passionate about making money and see it grow. And boom, this is what they're getting. Okay, if you're passionate about anything that you can't put money value on, you're not in alignment because you can put value onto every single thing. All right, I had a friend. Let me tell you a story. I still have a friend. He lives in Australia, okay? And he was very successful, you know, corporate world, super, super wealthy, burnout, boom, crashed, said, I don't want to be wealthy anymore. You know, I don't care about money. Money doesn't mean anything to me. All I'm passionate about is now, and he's doing rites of passages for fathers and their sons, okay? That's all I want to do, you know, take them into the Australian bush and have a week or weekend, do a rite of passage, personal development, bring the fathers and the sons back together, okay? Don't care about money, you know? All right, so I'm listening to this, you know, and then he said, oh, I would love to have my own piece of land where I can do those retreats. So I said, okay, interesting. How much does it cost to get that piece of land? Oh, how much do you need to put your obstacle course in there to build your campsite so that the rite of passage can happen? How much does that cost? How much does a website cost? How much does a marketing cost? You know? And all of a sudden, he now linked the money to his passion and his values, and the whole world changed for him. Because he wasn't rejecting money, he gave it a purpose. Okay? So we don't work for the money, we work for the choices that the money provides us with. Right? I lived in South Africa for over 20 years, and there's so many hungry children. I don't want to build schools, people doing that. I want to provide the food for the children at the school, because a lot of the kids have issues learning because they're hungry. They don't have anything to eat, so they can't concentrate. This is my passion. And for that, I know how much money I need to get. Now, all of a sudden, the money has a purpose. Okay. Question here. Would you know if you have every single month $100,000? Does anybody receive your $100,000 every single month? Because then I need to up. Okay. Are we not there yet? Okay. All right. Okay. So would you know, bum, 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 what to spend $100,000 every single month if you receive it? Would you know? Probably not. So make a plan. Make a plan. Give the money a purpose, which means you open up the door for the money to come in. Money is life force. Money is energy, and it's a very soft energy. It doesn't knock on your door and it doesn't barge in. Open the door. Have a purpose that's linked with your passion, what you love. Open the door for it to come in. Be open to receive it. And not first I want to have 100,000 and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with it. No, 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 no. We've got to do it the other way around. Okay. All right. Now, even if it's at the beginning just a mind game, and it's not a mind game, it's a heart game. Okay. Because you will need to get to that point, if you want to achieve your goals, that you can feel the joy of having achieved those goals, because it's all about the feeling. Okay, only then the law of attraction doesn't work on the mind, it works on the feeling in your heart. So when you can feel the joy of spending $100,000 every single month, the chances exponentially go bigger by actually receiving it, provided you do the action steps. And that is when we go into success habits, and you have to have a business plan. This is not when your logical, analytical, conscious mind comes in, right? Those things need to be married. Like I said, I know enough beautiful people, they're so spiritual, they're so heart-centered, and they're all broke because they don't understand. Okay. Right? It goes with grounding. You've got to ground that energy, because money is life force. So it comes from the ground up. It's the bottom chakras. The 3 bottom chakras are linked with your money. This is why so many people, did you know, so many people have sex scandals when they're really wealthy. And why is that? Because it's the base chakra that is linked with the money. Okay. And this is why Napoleon Hill speaks about the transmutation of the sexual energy. Okay. And a lot of people in the top layers, they've got so much money, okay, and it's so stimulated in the base chakra that they don't know how to channel it, to transmute it. So we have another sex scandal. Okay. This is where it's coming from. They don't know how to work with the energy. Okay. And this can form a limiting belief system that you totally get derailed once you're rich. Okay. But it doesn't have to be like this. Okay. Because you work on your money consciousness and you understand. Now, you find that helpful so far, right?
Yeah, I think that we're kind of ingrained in this. I know, like each culture is different. In the Asian culture, or in in United States, and I'm sure where you are, there's certain culture or expectation, like for example, at the wedding, you give money instead of whatever about the money consciousness. I think culture has something to do with it also.
Yeah, absolutely. Your culture is your subconscious programming, totally. And some cultures, they are more prone to wealth and richness, and others are more limited. It's like this doesn't happen to people like us. Okay, absolutely. Now, I promised I'm going to go into the female and male aspects of money. Okay, because you look at money, what would be the female aspects of money, right? It's the nurturing, you buy food with it. It's the safety, you provide a house. It's the care, you pay for medical aid and you buy medicine. It's you create a home, education. You buy pieces of art. That's a female attribute of money. Jewelry, fashion, luxury, contribution, collaboration, and community. You know, these are all female aspects. And I see you nodding, right? Everybody's nodding. So we are females. Our hearts swell when we hear these words, right? What are the masculine aspects of money? That is power. Absolute power. Okay. I'm the boss. I put down $5 million. And what I say goes. Power. Right? That's the masculine. A statement. Have to have that Ferrari. Have to have that Lamborghini. Okay. Prestige. Look at my houses. You know, look at my wife. How many diamonds I put on her. Okay. Position. I'm the president of a country or of a company. Decision making. You know, very often that person who's got the most money, yes, we follow that person. You know, competition. What? You got more than a title? All right, titles comes with money. Then obviously ambition and achieving for the sake of having, right? I just have to win. You know, we spoke about network marketing, all these incentives. That is very male competition and going, rivalry. What? This team has got more than me, you know, I want to be a blue diamond, I want to be a purple diamond, I want to be platinum, blah, 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 blah. That's the male aspect of money. Okay. Now, per se, there's nothing wrong with female and male aspects. It's just got to be balanced, yin and yang, day and night. And a big thing or imbalance in the personal development is that most of the personal development is very male driven. You've got to push yourself out of the comfort zone. You know, you've got to go and achieve those goals, and you've got to hustle and hustle and hustle. Does it work for us? No. We're females. You know, we push ourselves, yes. But this kind of personal development and goal setting doesn't work for us. There's so many studies in the last couple of years about why women are better managers, because they're softer. You know, they're more caring. So when you want to achieve a lot of money, which is, by the way, here's another misconception, and I'll just weave that in, okay? Wanting more. If you feel yourself wanting more, congratulations, you are in flow. And one of the biggest misconceptions that we get stamped on as a child is that if you want more, you're ungrateful. And that is not true. Okay? Exactly. You know, I've said that to my kids. Mommy, I want a bigger this and that. I said, no, just be happy and grateful for what you have. And then I was like, what did I just do? This child has been playing with us for 3 weeks or a month. It outgrew the toy because they develop so quickly. You know, do I then run and buy a bigger one? No, we'll make it work. But the bottom line is wanting more. Congratulations, you are in flow. If you stop wanting more, you stop growing and you're blocking the flow of money. All right. Very, very important to come to terms.
Before you continue, I just want to say we have 13 more minutes, and I'd like to provide time to get comments from response feedback. So Sue, what's your feedback about this discussion?
Oh boy, I'm loving this discussion. Because I was kind of raised of like, be grateful, don't ask for more. But with my occupation, I spend a lot of time with people with significant wealth, and it's just changing my mindset over the years just by watching my clients has really helped my husband and I grow wealth, because our mindset has shifted to thinking more like a wealth thinking is what we kind of call it, is our kind of name. Because once you settle and go, oh, it's enough, be grateful, I agree, you stop growing. And I live my life with gratitude. I'm very grateful for all I have, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to do more, because with more, I can do more to help others. At this point, it's about, we're fine. Now, what can we do with that money to help others? It's a different, an additional mindset shift. Like, you know, you wish that you could help others. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh, now I really can. Now we have the money to really make a big difference. And so hearing this, I love when you said, you know, keep wanting more.
Yeah.
Because it can be a challenge to do that because you feel a little bit greedy. But if there's a purpose to that wanting more, and you have the plan with that wanting more, then it's not greedy. It's exciting because you're growing and thinking bigger. So I love this topic, and
Fantastic.
I'm taking it all in and going, ooh, and I need to add that into my thinking and that. So
Yeah.
really, really enjoying this. Thank you.
Oh, I'm
It's
glad. Thank you. That is such valuable feedback, because you know what? You've got to give it a purpose. I often see that flow. I see myself as a Robin Hood, a modern, honest Robin Hood that distributes. Some of my team members say they're like an irrigation channel. You know, they let it flow to the areas which are not close to the river. No, and when you see that, there's beautiful, beautiful ways of how to do this. You know, you can have a game. I want to change the practical step here. Go and start writing down a journal. Every day you get $1,000 deposited, and then you spend it. And when you reach 5 or 10 or 20,000, you're going to run out of ideas because your house is fixed, your garden is fixed, you've got a new car, blah, 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 you know, so you spend it, you know, and very quickly you come then to 180, 200 to $300,000, you know, that you spend, and you have ideas what you want to do with the money. I've been doing this for many, many months, and the money amount that I take out for myself stays the same, because for me, I don't need $180,000 for myself. No, it stays the same, but I've got projects, you know, boom, 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 it goes. It's a mind-blowing exercise, because you really have to think, what am I going to do with the money? Which means you open it up so that it comes through you, you know? Good.
I love
Anybody
that.
else, any comments?
Yes, let's do Tamara. Go ahead.
I like this topic. It was actually spot on for me to, again, my husband just went and bought some rims for his Jeep that he just bought yesterday. And I'm like, oh, money, money, money. And so it's like, I'm like, okay, change your mindset, change your mindset, change your mindset. So this was perfect. But I love, like, I want to hear more. I'm like, really want to hear more, because I've changed my mindset on a lot of things, and I do circulate a lot more. But now that I've gotten to that point, I want to circulate more. You know, I do a lot of donating and things like that because it makes me feel good. And but I want to do more, you know. And it's like you said, you outgrow it. So now you want to do more. And so I want to hear more.
Yes, yes, good, good, good. And you're going to hear more. I just put two links into the chat. The one is my Elevate retreat. Okay, this is a half an hour of mindset discussion about all kinds of quirky topics that I do every Monday. It's for free, you know, so you're welcome to come into that one. The other one is my Calendly link, right? So we can always, you know, have a chat, take it offline. I love helping people, supporting them with success habits and mindset shifts. And depending where you are in your world, you know, either I can help you, or I will have somebody in my network that can help you to want more, because more is flow, more is life, right? It's life, it's expressing and making a difference. And that's
So
what we want to
Angie,
do.
if you can post your link at the Women's Coffee Club too, if we didn't get to here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you don't have to do it right now when we're done. You know, that'd
Yeah,
be
I'll
great.
do it.
That way people could come to your session
Yeah,
for more.
I will do it once I see that you posted the recording, you know, then I'm going to post the link so that
Yes,
they're together
perfect.
with it. That will
Yes,
make a lot of sense, you know.
perfect.
All right.
Yeah, Omeka, I see you're having your camera on. Do you want to say something?
Oh yeah, I just was sleeping. I'm awake and in the sunshine. Yeah, thank you. That it's right on time. Everything just swirling around me inside and outside and in my past, which is the ever present now, is leading to the same. It's not really a conclusion, but I'm just happy and grateful that yeah, and yeah, everything I do. It's like talking about prosperity and abundance and affluence and yeah, I'm just sitting in the sunshine right now, and I'm doing less of I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta make money, I gotta make jewelry, I gotta, and just allow myself to be and to receive. Yeah, that receiving. I've been doing the oath of manifestation for probably about a year every day, and yeah, it took me a long time to receive, to say the words I receive um first before I give. And yeah, so thank you for this. I will be listening to it again as well. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ameka. Love that.
Can
Yeah.
I make a suggestion here for
Yes.
you and for everyone as well? Just watch yourself. Forget about the money for a little bit, right? Forget about the money and just see how you receive kindness in day-to-day life. And because that is such a big one, you know. And also give yourself kindness. How kind are you? Can you receive? We all have different aspects and parts in us, you know, and we have that soul part, that part of highest wisdom. And if that voice, how kind are you to that voice inside your head that lets you know you can? Can you receive that? That's the first thing, okay? Because me, myself, and I, we need to be in harmony in order to make a difference in the world, because otherwise we, again, giving our power away. It is in here first and then on the outside, right?
That's awesome.
So start receiving the kindness from yourself and others.
That's awesome.
Somebody says anything nice, you zip it and you take it.
Yeah, yeah, it's not always easy, but yeah, that's awesome.
I wanted to say,
Binta, yeah, it's your turn.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
I'm not
It's
going to
okay.
be today, but I'm sitting here really soaking up everything Antje is saying, and I am one of those that grew up in a culture that thinks that being poor is rewarded later when you die. And so all that was ingrained in me since up until a few years ago, literally, when I started working with you all and when I started yoga. So I am now just, you know, turning those walls into doors, basically, yes, and just removing all that, those beliefs, and talking about starting from nothing, a business that I'm working on, and took a long time, but believing that I can do it and wanting more. I want so much freaking more. And I'm so happy to hear you say that being wanting more means you are aligned with what the universe wants you to do. And so it's not being greedy, you know. So I'm just so happy and grateful to hear that. I just want to do so much more for myself and for others. And that's what propels me to do what I'm doing and not being afraid of what other people think. And it's because of people like us, like how we inspire one another. So when we leave here, each and every one of us can go and say, you know what, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not worried about what others might think, you know. So very, very grateful. And I love that when you talked about the money, like the feminine and the masculine part of the money. That part I didn't put that two and two together. So yeah, that's true. Yes, that's true. So thank you so much.
Awesome, Binta.
Yeah, Binta has been growing. I noticed that. Thank you.
Thank
Lori, are you able to talk?
Good morning. Yes, thank you. That was a great session. What really resonated with me was about the mindset, right? Like when I think of have this attitude, because I don't have a lot of money. And so my attitude always is though, oh, it's okay that money is gone because I'll make more. So like I always have that particular attitude, but I never make more than what I actually already make. So I think that a lot of those concepts will really help me. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lori. And iPhone, I don't know who you are, but if you like to say something, do you have any feedback? Can you talk? Probably not. I think everyone already have a turn here. Angie, what is your comment? Before we close, we're gonna turn it back to you. This is such a great conversation, by the way. I just so appreciate this because I think we all need to hear this, you know, how we feel guilty for receiving, sometimes feeling greedy.
I am super, super grateful how my message and my words have been received by you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. The energy is great here. I love being here and sharing this with you. And you're more than welcome to reach out. I love to, you know, support you. There's a lot of businesses that we can go into. There's a lot of success habits and techniques and tools that we can share, you know. And even if I just help you shift that mindset by helping you and guiding you to make your subconscious mind your best friend, you know, that's fantastic. Then my mission here is done, because we are all born for greatness, and more is good. Absolutely, yes. So thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, and feel free to post your you know, your link in a women's coffee club, because we're here to support each other. You know, that's really our purpose here. So with that, so grateful for all of you. Next week, Kasha will be speaking about, she said the spark changed her life. I'm not really sure what the spark mean, but I'll be putting it in the description, and looking forward to seeing you again next week. And have a great week, everyone. And thank you for your participation and contribution to this club. With
Thank
that,
you.
have a great week. Bye-bye, all.
Bye.